following presentation of the National Football League.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run the draw here with Swift. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, it's Williams. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
They run it again with Cook. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
8 yards to go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another... First down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Third down and 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chicago.
Play action. Now Williams. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
There's a short one caught by Logan. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Swift going to try up the middle. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Working out of the gun, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air, Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, Williams. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing again here, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
319.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Allen going to throw. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and a yard. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he stopped immediately there.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The tight end in motion right. They'll go play action here with Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short one caught by Logan. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift, 31 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
The man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another catch for him there, and the number is starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Allen. Shakir holds it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
At the 35-yard line.
On play action, Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll run with a Rutgers man, Kyle Monungai.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams.
And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Pass on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Bears going to take over now late in this 1st half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing is Williams. Over the middle is going to find Burden. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. To the air, Williams. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. James Cook running back out now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's a diving catch right side. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Allen to throw once more. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir as time expires in the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To the air, Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Finding Shakir across the formation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Bills first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First down.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They run again on first down. Cook.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On play action, Allen.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
To throw, Williams.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Look out.
Off play action. Allen. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready? Look out.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Cook again. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want
to the right side and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Now, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Williams. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills' offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
And again, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Looking to throw is Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Bills.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Bears take
and now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw, it's Williams. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Oh, and that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap, been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, tight.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Holding. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A give. This is Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
On play action, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over. So it makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bills 54.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Chicago offense set to get started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, he dropped him. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing is Williams. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
To the air, Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is, look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Pass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bills 61.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Bears.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a pickup of 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Williams from the gun on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Williams now from the gun on third down. And that one too wide and incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
On fourth down, here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Again, he'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw, Williams. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
And he's brought down. He continues to be a thorn in the side of this defense. That last catch going to put him over 200 yards receiving now for the ball game.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. Pretty move. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. To the air, Allen. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and
The Bears offense ready to get going again. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
Poses.